I'm Nicole Chase and welcome to my channel. I design fun and colorful amigurumi crochet patterns that are great for any skill level. Today I'll be showing you something a little bit different. We'll be learning how to make these crochet water balloons. You can find the written version of this pattern for free on my blog, thenicolechase.com. Stick around after crochet and I'll show you how these crochet water balloons are used and how I sell them at craft fairs and vendor markets. If you don't know how to crochet and you'd like to learn, I have a free beginner's course called Amigurumi for Beginners that I'll link in the description below. The supplies that you'll need to make these crochet water balloons are Bernat Blanket yarn, and I like to use really bright colors. And you can usually find the bright colors, the variegated yarns, on clearance a lot of times after season, so I tend to stock up. And one ball of Bernat Blanket yarn, you can get about 23 water balloons. You'll also need a 9mm crochet hook, scissors, and a tapestry needle.
We'll begin with a magic ring by wrapping the yarn around your fingers toward you. And then you're going to hold with your thumb and hold the working end of your yarn with your ring finger and pinky. Then insert your hook under the first strand of yarn, pulling up the back piece of yarn and twist to create a loop on your hook. Then you're going to create a chain and then slide your fingers out. And now we will be working our double crochet stitches into the magic ring. So we're going to work 6 double crochet stitches. Yarn over, insert your hook, and draw up a loop. Now you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops on your hook. And yarn over again and through the last 2 loops on your hook. You've just created 1 double crochet stitch. And we'll repeat that again. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and draw through 2 loops, yarn over and draw through 2 loops. You've just created your second double crochet. And again, there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 double crochets in our magic ring. And now we're going to tighten our magic ring by pulling this strand of yarn until the loop is closed. And now you will join with a slip stitch to your first double crochet. Insert your hook, draw up a loop, and draw through the loop on your hook. And you can see we're getting a kind of rounded shape. Now moving on to round 2, we'll be working 2 double crochets in each stitch around. Begin with a chain 2, and we're going to work 2 double crochets into our first stitch. And there's 2, and 2 double crochets into our next stitch. And continue that around until you have a total of 12 double crochets for round 2. And once you've reached the end of your round, you will again join with a slip stitch to the first stitch of this round. And moving on to round 3, we will begin with a chain 2, and we'll be double crocheting in every stitch around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and again join with a slip stitch. Here's what we have so far. Now we'll be doing a decreasing round. We'll start with a chain 2, and for a double crochet decrease, we will be joining 2 double crochet stitches together. To do that, you will yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Then you will yarn over, insert your hook into the second stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. Now you will have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and draw through all 3 loops on your hook. So that creates 1 stitch, and it joins the 2 double crochet stitches together. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the second stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, and then yarn over and draw through the remaining 3 loops on your hook. You'll continue this around until you're left with 6 stitches. Okay, and now again we will join with a slip stitch to the first stitch of this round. Okay, so now we have the main part of our balloon, and now we'll be adding on the little pinched piece at the bottom. And for round 5, we begin with a chain 1, and we'll be working a single crochet 2 together, or a single crochet decrease, by inserting your hook into the first stitch, drawing up a loop, insert your hook into the second stitch, draw up a loop, then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Next, we'll be working a single crochet, so insert your hook into the next stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through both loops on your hook, creating your single crochet stitch. And again, we will do a single crochet decrease by inserting your hook into the first stitch, drawing up a loop, inserting your hook into the second stitch, drawing up a loop, yarn over, and draw through all 3 loops on your hook, creating your single crochet 2 together, and another single crochet stitch into the next, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through both loops on your hook. Now we will again slip stitch to the first stitch of this round. Okay, now our next round we will be doing single crochet increases, and this is our final round. start with a chain 1, single crochet 2 in each stitch around. So there is 2 single crochets. This is 3 and 4 into the next stitch, 5 and 6 into the next, and 7 and 8 into the next stitch. And again, we will join with a slip stitch to the first stitch of this round. Now we are going to cut our yarn and fasten off, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook all the way, pull it tight to secure a knot. And now we are going to hide this end inside of the balloon. And cut off any excess. And there is your finished crochet water balloon.
To use these crochet water balloons, you'll just need a bucket of water, and you dunk the water balloon in, and it soaks up the water like a sponge, and then you can throw it a few times before it needs redunked with water. I especially love these crochet water balloons because you don't have to worry about picking up all of those little pieces of plastic from normal water balloons in the yard. My kids love them. They can use them again and again, and when they get dirty, I can just throw them in the wash, and then they are good to go for next time. At craft fairs and markets, I sell these in bundles of 3, and I just tie them together with a piece of twine. You can use an extra piece of yarn there, and I like to use bright colors. It kind of draws people in, and a lot of times you'll have people stop and they kind of look questioningly at these. If they're not familiar with crochet water balloons, they wouldn't have any idea what these are. So I actually made a sign that says that they're reusable water balloons, and it has a picture of a sort of traditional water balloon, which everybody knows what that is. And it includes the instructions: dunk, toss, and repeat. Anytime I have someone that stops and is looking at the sign, I take that opportunity to explain to them how they're used. Everyone is always really interested in it and thinks it's a great idea. You can explain, especially to moms, they are reusable. There's no mess to clean up after. That is always a good selling point. Especially at spring and summer markets, these do especially well. These are great to add in Easter baskets. So these are all great suggestions whenever you're talking to your customers to give them ideas for these. The sign for the reusable water balloons is available as a free printable on my blog. I will link to that in the description below. You can just print that out and put that in a frame or one of those acrylic sign holders. That's what I use, and that helps to get customers a little more interested in these. It also definitely helps if you have your kids at your markets with you. My daughter is always great for talking up people who look interested in the crochet water balloons. She herself is a big fan of them. She uses them with her brother and anytime her friends come over. So she can explain firsthand how to use them and how much fun they are, and I think that that definitely helps as well. Okay, now we're going to go outside and I'm going to show you the crochet water balloons in action.
Okay, so you take your water balloon, you stick it in the water, and you can give it a squeeze so that it soaks up a lot more. And you can see how much they hold, quite a bit.
All you have to do is put this in water and then you rub it.
I hope you enjoyed this crochet tutorial. Thanks for watching.